Summer hosting is one of me and my husband's favorite things to do. We both get really into hosting parties outside, and this week we're gonna end up hosting 3 separate meals. And so I am doing what I can throughout the week to stay prepped so that while I am hosting, I can actually have fun and really enjoy. And most of the work has already been done throughout the week. I'm trying to remember if I normally do pizza dough in my mixer. I can't remember. I know that I stretch and fold it, but I think I let the mixer mix it first. Who knows? I'm gonna start with pizza dough because we are doing pizza dough one of the nights, and this is something that I can prep totally ahead of time and then freeze it and just thaw it right before I need it. So this is something that I honestly could have prepped months ago, but I'm gonna prep it now. The recipe that I use for pizza dough is my sister's Farmhouse on Boone. I like doing the sourdough pizza dough because it gives you the time to stretch and fold it rather than having to mix it up a ton, which I find to be so easy. I'm pulling my sourdough starter just directly out of the fridge and using it that way. It'll just take a little bit longer to rise, but it'll totally work. While I make this, I would love to tell you guys about what else we have going this week. I'm trying to find, there we go. So the first meal we are hosting is a pizza party, pizza night, and that will be with like a smaller crowd. And then I am hosting again another smaller crowd for lunch. And then we're gonna have a big party, our big summer party, which we love to have and we're really excited about. And that'll be dinner the following day. So that is what's happening this week around here. And I'm just really excited to bring you guys along for that. And also talk to you guys a little bit about my feelings on hosting and how they have changed. So now, this is such a delicate procedure. I'm gonna mix this just enough to get it to come together. Perfect. Just enough to get it to come together. And then I'm going to finish the like kneading process, even though I'm not kneading it, with the stretch and folds. I just don't really feel like making this come together with my hands. Today I have 3 things I want to prep during this nap. I want to get my chicken cooked for the lunch we're hosting. I would like to patty the burgers, but I don't think my meat's gonna be thawed in time, so that might end up happening tonight, which is really great because then my husband can help me with that. And I also want to make macaroni noodles. We have some leftover cheese that we froze, and so I think a really easy side would be to make some macaroni for everybody. So those are the 3 things that I'm kind of prepping today. That's not quite there yet. while I shred this chicken, I kind of want to share with you guys how my thoughts on hosting have changed. And I used to not really like hosting that much, so I kind of want to just share how that's different now. I have always been an extrovert. I've always loved people. So the act of hosting wasn't something I didn't like because of the people or the social interaction. I really enjoyed that part. I was really self-conscious. And so hopefully this is, well, I guess hopefully not, this is something you guys don't relate to, but maybe this is something that some people can relate to. It's just the amount of self-consciousness that comes with hosting. And it was actually my husband who really encouraged me to look at this differently, not necessarily through a direct conversation, though we have had those, but he's encouraged me in two ways. So one, he's a very confident person, and he's just never worried about that. And so for me to just observe watching him host very confidently and just not worrying if everything's perfectly clean, not worrying if the schedule of the night isn't perfectly planned out or the food's not, absolutely amazing, like the best meal that his guests have ever had. He's just always had kind of fun inviting people over. And that was really encouraging to me because I was like, oh, this doesn't have to be so stressful. It doesn't have to be a situation where it's the best party people have ever been to. Though that's obviously wonderful if you can bless your guest in that way. It can just be a place for them to meet people, to hang out, to go and have a good time, to not have to cook that night. It's fine if hosting is just that. And he encouraged me, mostly through observation, to look at it that way. And the other way that he has really helped me view hosting in a more positive light is through considering it a ministry. He is pretty big on the idea that if you have been blessed with a space that can host people, that it is a really good thing to invite people into that space and give those people a way to meet people, a way to relax, to not have to cook dinner, what have you, however you can serve your guests that are coming over. And that has really encouraged me. One, just the way he did it so confidently, and two, the meaning that he saw in it, he saw in hosting. And I don't want to act like every time we host, we're doing all of our guests this huge favor, because that's not necessarily true. We love to host, and actually a lot of times I think they're doing us a favor. But just to watch him move through that and see so much meaning in it has definitely changed my mind completely about hosting. I now love to host. Obviously, him being excited about it makes me more excited about it. But it's something where this is really, really fun for both of us. So every year in the summer when we get to have a big hosting week, it's so exciting for us. And we really like to just make it as best as we can with the financial means that we currently have, or just the resources, the time that we have, the money that we have. We like to make it as best as we can, as most comfortable as we can, without obviously putting significant strain on our family. So that is just how my view of hosting has changed. I hope that it encourages you. If you are someone that was kind of like me, just really self-conscious, just not all that comfortable having people over, I hope that looking at it that way can encourage you to maybe do that more often and open your home up to people more often. Later in the evening, my husband and I were able to make short work of pattying up all the burgers. We had 90 burgers in total, which I baked really quickly, really easily on the day of the party. He and I made sure to have a date night that evening, and then we had people in our house all weekend, which was such a joy. So I wrapped up some of the food prep while people were there, just really easy task, and I was able to chat with them in the kitchen while I was doing it. And then we had our party. So we had so much fun, and for the most part I tried to set my phone down and just enjoy and be with our guests. But I do have a couple of clips from the weekend to show you.